welcome back, beautiful people. This is me, Rashi, and it's my 5th video.
And that's it for my introduction.
In this video, we are gonna find out what is love, and more than that, what not is love. So, I know the season of love is about to strike, and many of you might have planned a lot in your head about your loved ones. How are you gonna propose to your loved ones? And the violins have already begun to strike really hard in the background, and the air seems to be so fresh, the sky full of stars. But is it truly love or just a misconception? I mean, being committed to someone is a big thing, and if you do that,
Then it can break you if that does not work out.
so before you take this big step, just take some cautions and decide, is it love or it's misconception? Let's find out. Well, do you think love is a feeling? Because if it was a feeling, then why do we hear people say that I don't feel for you anymore? What happens is feelings get triggered. Feelings changes with time. But if you are in a true love, then it is eternal. It is not inversely proportional to time. So don't confuse your feelings with love. Okay? After some time, when you have fully explored that person, when there is nothing left to explore, your feelings will get changed about that person. With that thought, let's move to the next misconception. Now, attachment is something that is really very common, and it's the phase where most of the people get confused. When we are attached towards a person because of maybe they share some similar characteristics, or they have some similar ideas or opinions over things, then they feel that, oh, this is the love of my life. But sooner or later, you feel a sense of possessiveness. You become insecure and say things like, don't talk to that person, don't talk to that guy, don't do things like this, do that. In short, you want your significant other to be who you want them to be. You've attached to that person earlier because you had some similar characteristics, but now if that person is trying to do something else, then you feel different, you feel detached. Attached is like being selfish, and love is selfless. Now, addiction is the worst thing one can get into, and it can be really very tough for the people to get out of it. But if you realize that you are addicted to that person, then clap, you are already halfway down the road. I know when people are in love, they...
Disclaimer: I have never been in love with anyone except myself.
I know when people are in love, it surrounds them with the constant thinking about the other person, and they think about the activities they have done together. That's all good to some extent, but it can be like a drug that you don't care about its long-term side effects. All you want is to gain temporary pleasures and fulfill your emptiness. Love, and people can be addicted to people in the same way as they get addicted to alcohol or food or anything, and addiction is always a bad thing to do. Now, here are the few signs to find out if you are addicted to some person, and if you are, then all you need to do is realize it and focus on the next half path to get away from that addiction. Now, you might be wondering that if love is not any of these, then what it is. Sorry friends, I really don't know at this point of time that what love actually is, but I'm definitely sure that it's not any of these misconceptions. Now, there's one question that I was wondering all the while when I was making this video is about, is love blind? And I've got an answer by all the research work that I have done, that true love is definitely blind, because when you are in true love, you completely trust that person and you share all your sorrows, happiness, pleasures, experiences, dreams, and aspirations, everything. There's not a thread left that couldn't be shared. So, true love should be blind, and insecurities are not a part of true love, because if you're insecure about the person, that means you don't trust that person, and if you don't trust that person, then surely it's not love, it's just possessiveness. Okay, so I hope you had a great time, and if you find this video helpful, then you can thank me later, and have a good day.